Shalom, shalom. Before I begin, all praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone that rule well, and peace and mercy to all sincere Akim pushing this word in all sincerity and truth, the 144,000, the house of David, and the great multitude that will receive mercy from the Lord in these last days. Shalom. And it's Brother Dama Gabar here from GMS Los Angeles with another lesson. And this one is from an article I found in Zero Hedge, and the title is "If the chaos in our street is this bad now, how bad will it get in 2022 and beyond?" All right, in which these are just a sign of things to come. And as we've been telling you, things are going to get bad, man. You see how bad it is now. Imagine 2022. Just imagine the end of this year, December, man. Which I feel in the spirit, a lot of things are still on the, on the board to happen here in 2021 to roll into 2022, which don't be surprised if you're going to see more of these you know things, more of these senseless killings, more of this divide amongst the citizens, more how do you say it, more intentional chaos on the behalf of the elites, more of these riots, more of these senseless killings, more of these, white people harming black people harming white people, just to cause further division. And on top of that, you already have this dark winter. You got Bill Gates talking about this next pandemic that's going to happen, where there's going to be smallpox, monkeypox. We already know that the economy is going to shit. Inflation is going to continue to rise. So just on every level, things are getting worse, man. And on top of that, violence in this country is getting out of hand, man. You just recently had that bugged out nigga, Daryl, whatever the hell his name was, that ran over those Edomites over there in Waukesha, Wisconsin, Wisconsin, which I believe that was all set up, and they're using that to stoke the flames of racism and just all type of crazy chaos and bullshit is going on in this country, and it's all signs of the decaying of this society known as America, man. Because ultimately these things are all being done through the spirit and power of the Most High to ultimately to usher in the destruction of America, man. All right, and it's happening from the inside out, from the top to the bottom. From the presidency, which that's a goddamn disgrace. Which that's the approval rating of Biden and Kamala Harris is just horrible, man. All right, no, people are regretting that they voted for these individuals and put them into office. And they're just helping further the decline and the decay of Babylon the Great. Like I said earlier, the dollar, the financial system is spiraling down the toilet, and then the prices of everything is skyrocketing through the roof. And then you got all this violence ensuing out here on the streets, and these riots and these different court cases and shit like that. The Kyle Rittenhouse trial, and that Aubrey, whatever that guy name was, they found him not guilty, which kind of calmed Jake down a little bit. But more of these things are going to happen. More senseless killings of so-called Negroes, and the people that do it are going to get off, and it's going to ruffle the feathers of Negroes, and things are going to happen where Edomites are going to get their feathers ruffled. And you better believe a lot of those Edomites are pissed off about what that nigga did, running down those kids over there in Waukesha, which that's another fuel to the fire that's going to lead to more and more chaos. All right, so enough babbling from me. Let me read some of this article, but I just want to just get to the main points. All right, I'm gonna read here and I'm gonna jump down. It says, if crime and violence are wildly out of control when things are still relatively good, how nightmarish will things become when conditions get really bad in this country? And that's where all the signs are pointing in America, that things are gonna get all bad, man. All right, we ain't seen nothing yet. When 2022 hits, man, you better buckle up your seatbelt and hold on, man, because these elites are gonna start to really as we know, they operate out of the order, out of chaos, and they're going to bring a lot of chaos, man. They're going to bring a lot of you know you know what's the word? It always escaped me, man. Manufactured chaos, man. Whether it be bombings, whether it be assassinations, whether it be killings, and they're going to use that to blame particular individuals, man. And pretty soon they're about to start coming down hard on the unjabbed, man, and start blaming you for a lot of things. All right, don't be surprised if they might have somebody try to attack Pfizer or one of these major corporations that's behind, the stripping away of these people's rights, and plant a bomb in a particular place and blame it on conspiracy theorists, blame it on the unjabbed, blame it on white supremacist groups, and use these things as a reason to you know bring in martial law, man. So, matter of fact, let me jump. I want to get to the main point. I don't want to make this too long, man. All right, and it starts here. All right, let me show you something. It says It says, as a natural fraternal order of police have pointed out, crime rates are absolutely skyrocketing all over the nation. You see, and that's a result of anger. That's a result of, you know, people not happy with their current situations, man. People are taking to the streets. People are losing it, man. It says, this is from the National Fraternal Order of Police. It says, as violent crime surges across America, some politicians and some in the media are gaslighting the public into thinking the police are the problem. Look at this. Homicides in Atlanta are up 58%. In Portland, 533%. God damn. Philadelphia is up 37%. That's just homicides, all right? It says shootings in New York City are up 64%. Los Angeles is up 51%, and Chicago 18%, all right? Look at this. 2020 saw historic levels of violent crimes. Crime is surging in 2021. So imagine how much worse in 2022. Imagine how much worse when more mandates come down. When more famine is coming. When the more inflation, more when people are not going to be able to get their basic necessities. How much crime is going to surge in these different communities and in these different areas, man. Imagine how much crime is going to increase the more that these race riots happen, the more that this country is divided amongst each other, man. It's just going to continuously skyrocket. So these numbers, even though they're high, they're there's not going to be nothing, in that particular day. All right, let me get this real quick. This is Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." You see? So those little increased numbers of crimes that you saw are really nothing compared to what it's going to be when it reaches its height, man. Like I said, when everything is completely shut down, when you have the power outages, when you have the tight famine, when you have these different you know, passports that you're going to need. I say that in order for you to travel, in order for you to go to a grocery store, in order for you to just live in general, how much more crime and chaos and murder and homicide is going to go up, man. All right. And these elite, man, and they're trying to create this scenario to where this is going to be at an all-time high so that they can have excuses to come in and to lock everything down, man. To fight against the citizens, to bring martial law in, but at first they're going to cause different distractions and use different scenarios around the country in order to divide the people. Like I said, you already have people divided from the Democratic and Republican Party. Well, imagine how much when class wars start to happen, the rich versus the poor, when things get so tight that only the rich can eat and the poor are out here starving, man. That's going to cause further divisions. That's going to cause people to fight against one another, man. You're going to have the jab versus the unjab eventually fighting against one another, man. All right. It says, and swords in their hands. Swords today, a modern day sword is a gun or a pipe or whatever any individual can get his hand on in order to harm another. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. And you see that happening now. And part of this article, you see how how a lot of these jakes in these different major cities are just openly just looting, man. openly just running up in Louis Vuitton stores and stealing hundreds of thousands worth of merchandise. Well, how much more when these people can't eat and they're gonna start running up in grocery stores and in other people's houses in order to feed themselves, man? You see, that's the type of crime that's gonna come to this country, man, because it's basically all part, of the algorithm of the destruction of America, man. It's gonna get that bad. These numbers are gonna skyrocket and just blow off the chart, man, to where all of these things are gonna be so high that you're not even gonna be able to put a number on it, man. It's just gonna be everywhere you turn, everywhere you look. All right. It says excuse me. It says they're not going to regard their kings nor princes. Pretty soon, mayors and governors are going to start giving mandates, and people are just going to be like, "Man, the hell with that shit. We ain't listening to none of that." They're going to put out curfews, and people are not going to take heed. They're going to take to the streets, and pretty soon you're going to start seeing violent uprisings, man, where you're going to see citizens just getting gunned down by the military, and the military getting gunned down in guerrilla warfare by the people. You're going to start seeing these different militia groups fighting against different militia groups fighting against the government fighting against the people, rich versus the poor, Republican versus Democrat, black versus white, you know, have versus the have-nots. You see, and this is what the scriptures are telling us is about to happen, but we just see the beginning of it. All right. It says, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right. So if a man wants to go and murder another man, guess what? That power is going to stand in that. That's going to be what he wants to do. He's not going to regard whether he's going to go to jail or worry about the consequences of getting locked up and standing trial for murder. He's just going to do it. A lot of these men going to see a woman that he just wants to have. That's been dissing him and treating him like shit for years, and he's always wanted her. He's gonna take her, man. There's gonna be nothing that she can do about it but scream and cry out and just take it, man. It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled." And you see, the cities are being troubled with all this different chaos, man. It says, "The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor." Yeah, that's how bad it's going to get here in America, man. All right, because the America that the people once known is about to be no more. You know, this place is about to turn into a madhouse, man. It's going to turn into a straight dog eat dog type of situation, a survival of the fittest. These people are going to resort back to their basic instincts, man, which is survival. It says, "But shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." You see? And that's two of the things that's on the ticket to come here to Babylon the Great is the lack of bread and great tribulation. All right. And a famine doesn't necessarily mean that there is no food. A famine, of course, a typical famine is there is no food, but a lot of the famine is going to be caused because food is not going to be able to get in. Food is not going to be able to make it to your particular town or your particular city. All right. So back to this article. Look at this. It says crime is surging in Atlanta, Portland, New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Philadelphia. And one thing about all cities is you have men of the Lord and prophets in these cities prophesying unto our people, telling you that these things are going to happen. Giving our people, a way out, showing our people, telling our people to repent and to get right with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai before these things ultimately come and overtake the wicked. But as we know, not all are going to take heed. All right. So let's get into this article. It says, "This is the end result of decades of moral collapse in America." You see, it says these young criminals are not stealing because they can't find jobs and desperately need money. Because right now, there's plenty of jobs out here, man. But these people don't want to work, man. Because ultimately, it's just that moral decay, that lack of motivation, that just, the Lord just has a spirit of laziness and you know and just decay on Babylon and these people here, man. You see, it says at this point all of them could go out and get jobs by the end of the week, and they aren't causing it says and they aren't causing havoc because they are bored because there is nothing to do, because the Lord has put a perverse spirit on these people here in Babylon, man. Especially a lot of these jakes, they really feel like, America owes them something, man. They feel like they need reparations. They feel like they're not being represented, which you never have. But all of a sudden, in these last moments, you finally want to, you know, get the respect that you feel that you deserve here in America. When the Lord didn't bring us here to be respected, the Lord didn't bring us here to be on some moral high ground and some you know, feeling like we're owed something here in Babylon. We were brought here for a punishment, man. All right. And now, like I said, the Lord, like I said, the Lord has sent his men out here. The Lord has shown our people the right way, but they refused it. So now they're trusting in America, which is going down the shithole, man. And as this place further collapses and our people trust is in this place, their morals and their motivation in this place is going to nosedive right along with this place, man. You see? It says, rather they are committing these crimes because our system never taught them right and wrong, and now they have fully embraced evil. And it's really, at the end of the day, when you think about it, it's really the creation of niggas, which is Esau's creation, is finally coming. These niggas, these demons that you have created, they're now turning on you, man. All right. Your own creation, which is a nigga and black culture, and these bugged out Jakes are finally, they're finally turning on you, man. All right. It says, as the chaos in our streets gets worse and worse, it is becoming increasingly difficult to be a police officer. Many of our largest cities have greatly restricted what police departments can do to crack down on crime. Law enforcement officers are being endlessly demonized by the corporate media, and violent attacks against the police officers are on the rise. In which that's what these elites are. They're orchestrating that, man, because they have an agenda to get these police off of the streets. Because these cops are supposed to keep law and order, which this police system is set up in this system right now, but these elites want to get rid of that system. So in order for them to fully destroy this society, part of it is getting rid of the police force, which is supposed to bring in law and order. Which, okay, we know there's corrupt police officers, but for the most part, a lot of these cops, thinking they're doing the right thing. A lot of them go to work every day trying to patrol these streets and stop crime from happening. So you have a lot of cops who are trying to do the right thing, but now they're being demonized, man. They're being targeted. They're being like I said, they're being demonized by the corporate media as they just want to kill niggas, did all this, that, the third. Which a lot of these niggas that do get killed by cops deserve it, because ultimately they're moving out here in the wrong spirit. They're moving out here like brute beasts. And I don't blame these cops for blowing these niggas away, because these niggas, like I said, which are a creation of Esau Edom, are a bunch of wild goddamn animals, man. And now now they use a couple of killings of cops by so-called blacks as a reason to demonize the police force, and to basically, and on top of that, these unrighteous decrees, these mandates, now they're destroying the police force, which is supposed to bring law and order to a society. So they know that when these cops are off the streets, and these numbers of cops are not as, when they're when the police force is not at full capacity, crime is going to increase. You know, they're them reporting to crimes and trying to stop crimes is not going to be as efficient as it once was, which is going to cause more and more disorder, man. And that's what these elites want. And you got niggas taking advantage of it, man. I think in some states now, if you steal something that's not over like 900 something dollars, it won't be considered a felony. So as long as you commit a crime that's worth less than $950, you're not gonna get a felony for it. So they're basically giving these niggas a green light to be a bunch of damn thieves and criminals and bring a disorder to a society, man. And you got a lot of these cops saying, "Fuck this shit, man. It ain't even worth being a cop no more." Now on top of that, they're demonizing us, and now on top of that, we're being told to stand down, and a lot of these, people, citizens out here want to harm us. Fuck it, man. Hey, it's all good, man. I ain't. It's not worth it. I'll get another job, man. See, and it says, and violent attacks against police officers are on the rise. See, in such an environment, it shouldn't surprise anyone that so many officers regret even ever becoming cops. For instance, just check out these numbers from a recent survey that was conducted in New York. It says not only did 56% of cops say they wouldn't put on the badge if they had to do it all over again, but a majority feel the public disrespects. 46% agree, 42% disagree, and distrust 44 to 41% of them. See? And that's all being pushed by the mainstream media, man. You know? And like I said, yeah, of course you got crooked cops, man. It's just a crooked system. But like I said, a lot of cops really want to do the right thing, man. They just do their jobs, man. But now it's not even worth it, man. You see, because now they're giving cops are having less and less power. You know, it says there is no other profession that is scrutinized as much as we are, said one NYPD sergeant, a 16-year veteran. The far left leaning politics are absolutely destroying the city of New York, and that's all being done by design. You see? So these elites, they want chaos, man. They want the people not to trust the police officers. They want the people constantly riled up and fighting and doing all these things, man. Let me see. Here, this is I'm jumping down here. It says this is yet another example of how core institutions are crumbling all over America. And remember, the emergency response um, jobs are fucking low as hell, man. The people are all quitting because of the mandates, man, and that's being done intentionally, man. Like I keep saying, they want this chaos. They want this disorder. They want division and infighting. All right. They want this place to be everybody to be at each other's throat, man. Fighting. Here it is. These devils, these elites want you fighting against each other, so that all of your attention is on each other and not on them and what they're doing, man. It says, and it is only going to get worse in the years ahead. Let me get this. This is Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians. All right. And that's talking about here in America. Because this is spiritually Egypt, America. And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And this is what you see happening, man. And this is what, of course, we know, through prophecy is going to happen, but we see it being orchestrated by these elites, man. They're pinning all you people against each other, man. That's why now they're telling you that the biggest threat to national security is white supremacy, man. You know, and they got everybody against Esau. Everything is these white devils. This white devil this white devil that. Which of course we know that the Edomites are the wicked, but the main wicked are these elites. Your everyday so-called white person, they don't, they know what they don't, they're just being used as pawns, man. And they're using you simple-minded niggas, Esau's creation, to stoke these flames of division. You know, to use all these things to set everybody up against each other, man. Yeah, they're using Jake and they're using these Edomites, man. They're using all these people against each other, man. Through witchcraft and enchantments and all this bullshit shit, a lot of shit, they just make it up and just throw it out there to work on the minds of you people. And since you're not rooted and grounded in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, our people fall for it, man. Just like you had all these niggas mad about the Kyle Rittenhouse case when he didn't even kill so-called Negroes, man. He killed a small hatter and another Edomite, which had nothing to do with our people, man. But what do you got? You got Esau using these false ass black leaders to go on TV and to say this and say that, and to rile you niggas up so that you could take it to the streets, so that you can get violent, so that you can they can use that to cause further division and chaos, and you niggas is falling for it, man. You know, so, like I said, but at the end of the day, everything is leaning towards prophecy. It's all being done by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to accomplish the purpose of imploding America, Babylon the Great. You see, it says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. Right, this place is failing, man, on every level, man, financially, politically, psychologically, man. These people are out here just finished, man. The Lord is throwing this country in total chaos and confusion, man. It says, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof." Right. That's why everything that they're trying to do. Look at the presidency, man. Like I said, even though we know it's being orchestrated by these elites, the counsel of it is failing. That's why the presidential approval and the vice president approval is down the shithole, man. It's so bad now to where whenever Joe Biden gets on TV and his video goes up on YouTube, they won't let you make comments or they won't show you the likes or dislikes, man, because everything that comes out of his mouth, the people aren't buying. The people don't believe it, man. You know, so everything about this place is failing. All these different bills they're passing is all stupid. It don't make any sense. The people know it ain't gonna work. Here it is. You got all these shipping disruptions, and the answer that they have for it was completely stupid. It don't make any sense, and you haven't even been hearing about that lately. All you've been hearing about is inflation just going up and up and up. You haven't been hearing about what are they doing to fix the supply disruptions, man. So you don't even hear anything about that. But when you do hear about it, it's just stupid shit. Don't make any sense. It's not gonna work, man, because they don't want it to work, man. And they're using these different things to destroy and to play on the minds of you people. They're putting out, they're constantly bombarding you with fear of different mutations and different strains. And now the monkeypox, now this pox, just got you people just all discombobulated out here, man. And it's causing you to act out. It's causing you to get violent. It's causing you to, direct your energy upon each other, except where it really should be, man. And our people who don't have the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, these enchantments and these spells and these different how Esau is playing on their minds is having a crucial effect upon them, man, to where they don't know what the hell to do but to just act out, man. But those of us that are in the spirit, we see these things and we laugh, man, because we ultimately understand why Esau is using these different things, man. But since we're rooted and grounded in Yahweh Shem Shai, hey, we just sit back, watch, pick up on it, and do lessons on it, and try to, and do our job and warn our people, man. It says, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. And this is about to happen, man. Like I said, it's going to be one of these so-called terrorists attack one of these so-called uh, planned chaotic scenarios that this devil is going to make happen over here into Babylon, and they're going to shut down the Constitution, which you already have certain executive orders in place to do away with the Constitution and to basically give this place over unto an overlord. Who that's going to be, I don't know, but these things are going to happen, man. Something's going to happen to where you're going to be given over into the hand of a goddamn cruel one, man, who's going to do away with your rights. He's going to do away with the Constitution. They're going to force these different mandates. It's going to be mandatory, like you see happening over in all those European Union countries, like New Zealand, Australia, which is eventually going to come here. And these devils are cooking up a plan to where they're going to make this place be like that. All right. It says, and the Egyptians will I give over into a hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh of hosts. And that's when all hell is going to break loose, man. That's when it's going to be no more mandates, but forced, man. All right? You're going to have the boots, real boots on the ground, man. You're going to be forced to do particular things, and you're not going to be asked anymore, man. And like I said, all these different scenarios, all this different chaos and homicides, and eventually planned, orchestrated attacks is going to all lead up until this NWO, all right, and complete utter chaos, man, which is going to lead to, forced jabs and then eventually the Charagma, man. All right, get this last precept on my roll. This is Isaiah 24:8. It says the mirth of tabrets. I started at 7. It says the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. And you see that happening right now, man. People are sighing right now. These people see their precious America turning into a goddamn communist country, man. They're seeing more and more their rights are getting stripped. The America that they once knew is slowly being eroded away. So the people that were once merry-hearted and God bless America, now they're in heaviness, man. It says the mirth of Tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceases, and that's what's coming, man. Like I said, when they really cause this next event, whatever it is, to do away with the Constitution, to where your rights are going to be stripped, that's when all bets are going to be off, man. It's going to be straight communist mode, straight totalitarian mode, man. These people are not going to be happy anymore. You see a lot of those EU countries, they're trying to get, just like over there in Germany. Well, they tried to. It didn't happen in Germany, but over there in New Zealand, man, those things over there are forced. You have no choice, man. Now they're over there hunting down the unjabbed, man, and throwing them in concentration camps, man. You see, when that happens here, man, that's when all smiles are going to turn to frowns, man. It says they shall not drink wine with a song like today. It's so-called Thanksgiving. People are meeting up with their family. They still have the right to go and congregate. And, people are going to be drinking and watching football, drinking beer, drinking wine, drinking strong drink, niggas smoking weed, blasting music and all that shit. But eventually the day is going to come. It's starting, I believe, around 2022, man. That shit ain't going to happen, man. You're not going to be out here partying and being able to wiggle around freely like you are now, man. You're gonna have to have proof of what in order to do any goddamn thing. It's already like that in Los Angeles County, man. You can't just in San Francisco. You can't just go in stores, go in a restaurant without having a proof of that thing, man. You know, it says strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. Yeah, you're gonna be drinking, but to drink away your problems, and pretty soon it ain't gonna be enough. That drink ain't gonna be enough to let you escape from your reality. Your reality is gonna be right in your face at all times, man. You're not gonna be able to escape from it. You see, it says the city of confusion is broken down, which is America, Babylon the Great, and it's being broken down, man. It says every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And that's what this Build Back Better ultimately is going to be, man. This New World Order. All right? It's going to be the ultimate lockdown of all you people, man. Your lockdown of these freedoms that you have enjoyed through the Constitution and the Founding Father, what they have established here in America. These elites are looking to totally do away with that, man. And that's why you see things getting more draconian, man, because they're looking to take away your freedoms, man. Your God-given rights. You gun-toting, Constitution loving America is about to be flushed down the toilet, and the NWO is going to be what's going to remain. That's what these devils are trying to do, but we know it's going to be stopped by the Most High, right? It says, "And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction." All right. It says, "When thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people, there shall be as the shaking of an olive tree, and as the gleaning grapes when the vintage is done." So, I mean, it's gonna be it. This place is gonna be finished, man. All right, it's gonna be totally stripped, man. All right, you're not gonna have rights. You're not gonna have privileges anymore. You're just gonna have you're gonna do what you're told to do, man. You're gonna have complete and utter enslavement and social credit scores, man. And you're gonna have to have permission to do everything, man. And you're only gonna be given what you need to survive, man. And that's what a lot of you people are fighting for. That's what a lot of you people are slowly and ignorantly joining yourself onto. Complete and utter enslavement by these damn devils, man. And they're just orchestrating it and bringing it in little by little, man. With all this chaos, this directed chaos, the supply shortages, the inflation, the destroying of this system is all being done intentionally to enslave humanity, man, under something horrible, man. And you people ain't even aware of it, man. But it's happening, and that's why you see all this organized chaos happening, man. They want these things to get out of hand because out of this chaos, they're gonna try to bring the order out of it, which is complete enslavement of you people, man. So yeah, I know I was a little bit all over the place, but hey, Lord willing, you were edified. Lord willing, you were fed through the Spirit, man. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha HaKodash. Until the next lesson, shalom.